everyone, my name is Jean and the name of my channel is Jean Home Decor and More. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Welcome to another Quick and Easy Meals. Quick and Easy Meals is hosted every Sunday. It's an open playlist. The hosts are Simply Grace Lifestyle. The name of her other channel is the Grace Life DIY Home Decor. We have Debbie Bubbles, sometimes my Mountain Home and Kitchen, and myself, Jean Home Decor and More. We would love for you to join us on Quick and Easy Meals. You can make anything from a smoothie for breakfast to dessert. You can share your experience with us for when you dine out or even if you do takeout. So consider joining us on Quick and Easy Meals. We would love to have you. And I'm gonna say it again, Quick and Easy Meals is hosted on Sundays at 6 p.m. So today, my meal is not so quick, nor is it easy. I am making a capon. I have some collards, and we're gonna have some cornbread stuffing. So I have cleaned out my capon, and it is soaking in some salt and water. I cleaned that out really good. You know, trim the excess fat off. Now I'm getting ready to clean these greens. So I'm going to wash them and cut them up. And I'm going to season these greens with these smoked turkey necks. And so I took them out of the refrigerator. My son is like, oh, what's that? I'm like, boy, please, these are smoked turkey necks. So anyway, he was like, I don't know, maybe I have made him ever since he was young, so I don't know why he all of a sudden is acting new. But if you don't want to use smoked turkey necks to season your greens, you don't have to. You can always use better than bouillon. And what I usually have is the roasted chicken base. So you can always use this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start these smoked turkey necks. I cook my greens in chicken broth. I'm going to season them up after I cut them up and clean them, cut them up, whichever order. And then I'll season them up. I always add a little bit of sugar and some little red pepper flakes. So I'm going to do that. And so, like I said, this is not all that quick nor easy because to make this, cornbread stuffing, Pepperidge Farm cornbread stuffing, I'm going to cut up an onion, celery, and green pepper, which is considered the trinity of cooking. So I'm going to do that. So this is going to be a minute, and it's like 11:40 almost. And so I'm going to start off with some of the more tedious things, like chopping and, cutting these greens up. So I'll bring you back like sporadically just to kind of show you where we are. It's just I don't want to make this video too long. And so I have to cook it, get it done. And so I can edit this video before tonight so y'all can watch it. Okay, so I'm gonna have my helper who comes over. He's always my taste tester. Come on over, taste tester.
Hi.
This is JC.
Hi.
And so he's a taste tester. He's not gonna do any chopping or cutting up. His father has him over there reading, taking a break from what game do you play? Fortnite. That's the Fortnite king. So anyway, but he's gonna be my first taste tester after I fix this, right? He has a good appetite, y'all. So anyway, keep watching. Okay, so here's my turkey necks. I just bought these yesterday from the grocery store. So to this, I haven't started them yet, but to this I'm gonna add some kosher salt, black pepper, little red pepper flakes, Italian seasoning, a little bit of sugar, and we're going to add a little vinegar. We're going to add a little vinegar. Okay, so that's what we're going to add to our smoked turkey necks, and I'm going to let them cook, and they'll be, seasoning up that chicken broth while I cut up my greens, clean them and cut them up, okay? So keep watching. So guys, I'm trying to do this one-handed while I'm holding the camera. All right, so now I'm going in with a little Italian seasoning. Now, so you can adjust your seasonings as we, once we put our greens on and we let this, cook just a little bit. We can kind of go in and taste them, do a little taste test and see if you have it seasoned to your liking, because everybody likes different things. And I think that when you're serving food to kids, you don't want it too hot. So while it may look like I put a few pepper flakes in here, you might say, oh, she put too much, but actually really it's not. I didn't put that much in because I don't want it to be too hot for the kids. So, season to your liking as always. Okay, so what you see me here doing now is I look my collard greens over, and of course I clean my sink out. So I look these collard greens over. You always gotta look them over, So I look them over to make sure they look nice and clean. So I just wanted to share that with you. I still have a few more packs to go, so I'm just gonna take you off of this part. Of course you cut these stems off. And really, so like this one right here is kind of wilted. Doesn't look bad, but because it looks wilted, like, I'm gonna pitch that to the side. And this one right here, when they look like this, pitch it to the side. All right, guys, so these are the parts of the greens or pieces of the greens that I am not using, stalk and some leaves that I didn't like. And I have these in water now, getting a nice bath. And then I am going to cut them up. And as you can see, I have my capon in some water. And just let me tell you something about this. So I clean out all of the insides of this. Let me see if I can get this little knife. I clean out everything from the inside, guys. Have to clean that all out. Take everything out. I clean that all out, and then I soak this for a while. That's just what I was raised to do, and so that's what I do. And so, like I was saying, this is not the easiest of meals to make, but sometimes, you get sick of eating the same thing all the time. And I know that greens have a lot of vitamins in them. So, I just decided to, we have some fresh greens, chicken, baked chicken with stuffing. So I'm gonna clean this stuff all up. And as you can see here underneath of this here, I have my onion that I'm gonna cut up. I have my green bell pepper. And under here, I have my celery. So I'm gonna clean this stuff up, and I'm gonna now proceed with cutting up my veggies for my stuffing, okay? All right, keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut these collards up. Now, so my daughter, I just got off the phone with her, and she's like, Mom, I haven't seen the cut up collard greens in the store lately, and that made me think about something, because guess what? I haven't seen them either. So, I don't know what's up with that, why they don't have them, but nonetheless, I'm here cutting them up. I don't know why I picked this to fix today, guys. I love collard greens, and they are good for you, But guess what? They are a lot of work to prepare. But I have, you gotta be in a space to be cleaning greens and cutting greens up. So this is what I do. Tell you a little bit about me. I'm cutting these greens up and I'm listening to John Coltrane. I love jazz. I like classic jazz, like John Coltrane and Miles Davis. I like smooth jazz, like Marcus Miller. I like Boney James. So I like Alex Boone. So I like smooth Najee. I like smooth jazz. It's relaxing to me. And that's what I have to be in a perfect headspace to do this. Okay, so guys, I have cut my greens up, and so now I am going to put them into the pot. Sometimes I say, why did I do this? Because this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I love greens, but it's a lot of work. You got to be in a mental space to deal with greens. For anybody that fixes greens, that prepares them, holler in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so see all these greens? So look at this. So you might say, wow, this is a lot in this big pot. You might say, wow, this is a lot. But greens, for those people who fix collard greens, they will definitely shrink down. So, while this looks like a lot, it's not, because when I turn the burner up, these will shrink down. So I'm gonna jam these all down in there, guys. But believe it or not, when they shrink down, it'll be just right. Keep watching. Okay, so guys, you can see here that I have chopped up some onion. I cut off a piece of onion, like a sliver of onion, not a sliver, but a nice little sizable piece. But my family doesn't like too much onion. So I have cut up the Trinity, which is the Trinity of cooking, that is. So I have my onion, green pepper, and celery. And I take off the edges of the celery, the skin, because that's what makes it stringy. So we definitely you don't want your celery to have this string on it. So if you are cutting up your celery, make sure you take off that outer layer. So this is what we have here. So I am going to saute this so that we can have this for our Pepperidge Farm cornbread stuffing. Okay, so here we can see these greens. They looking good, y'all, aren't they? Oh my goodness. They are looking good. Okay, so let me just stand back so you can see what I'm talking about. So remember before this was filled to the brim, and then I had quite a bit left over in here. Now you can see what greens do. So this is why you have to buy more greens than what you think you might need, because they definitely cook down. Okay, so I'm gonna put the top on these babies. We're gonna turn this down a little bit. And we are going to move on to preparing our sauteing our veggies for our cornbread stuffing. So like I said, guys, hey, look, we in the deep end now. We in the deep end of the pool. So if you're not in the deep end, if you can't hang with the big dogs, you got to get off the porch. Okay, so here we are sauteing our veggies, and then to this I'm going to add some Swanson's chicken broth, and then we will add in the stuffing. Okay, so you guys know I've said this many times, I do not like to touch raw chicken. Raw anything, raw any type of meat. So I am rinsing this out. So I soaked him I soaked him in salt and water. I have cleaned this chicken out. You see that? So all that little stuff that's like right in here, I clean all of that out. So I put a little salt in here. I put a little celery in here. I only use 2 little onions in here, maybe 1, because this is a small little capon. I'm gonna just use 1. And I'm gonna use some poultry seasoning. And I'm gonna put that in there, okay? So that's what I do to the inside. And so now I'm gonna work on the stuffing. Okay guys, so I have sauteed our veggies and I'm gonna add 2 cups of Swanson's chicken broth and I'm gonna bring this to a boil. I turn my heat up. I'm gonna bring this to a boil and then I'm gonna add the Swanson's cornbread stuffing to it and then we're gonna stuff our capon. So now I am going to add, I took it off the burner, or I took it off the back burner. So I'm going to add our cornbread, Pepperidge Farm cornbread. So we're going to stir this up. And you can see how all of the Swanson's absorbs the, how all of the breadcrumb absorbs the chicken broth. That's the right way to say it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to season this up. So this time I am going to use Himalayan salt. A little pepper, a little black pepper. A little veggie, a little Italian seasoning, a little Italian seasoning. Okay, and that's it. So now we are going to stuff our capon. Okay guys, so let me just show you something. So right off from the start, you can see I have these 2 little prongs because this is what we're gonna hold our chicken legs together, okay? So let me start to, I think I just don't like this spoon. Let me get a different spoon. We are now going to stuff our capon. So now, do you make a little bit of a mess when you cook? Of course you do. Don't trip over it because it's all good in the neighborhood. Took off a little onion. So I don't want to overstuff it, right? So look, check this out. So this little piece right here, I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to close that up. I'm going to put that over there. So usually I actually even add some, look at what I'm doing. You see how I pull that through? Okay, so you see how I have that? Let me see if I can get that all the way through. Okay, so guys, look. You see how these prongs hold this together? So I'm going to, this little piece back here is broken off. I mean, it's like, this little piece back here, he doesn't want to cooperate, but that's okay, it's all good. We're just gonna stick him back there, and look, check this out. I'm gonna put him, now you see how this fit into this pan? Now I'm gonna season this on top. Whatever excess is left, I'm gonna put that in a little baking dish. And I wanna say, what's the name of the baking dish? Oh, I can't think of it. But it's a popular name. It's Corningware. I think it's Corningware. I'm gonna put this tiny little bit left in a Corningware baking dish. I'm gonna season this up. First, I'm gonna butter it. You can put a little olive oil on it. I'm gonna put some butter on it. Can you guys see? Because I'm gonna, let me see if I can move this up. Okay, so you can put a little olive oil on it, you can put butter on it, and then I'm gonna season it up. I top it off with a little paprika to make it brown real nice. I have my oven preheated to 350. And so that's what we're gonna do there. Then I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna put that in the baking dish, of course, like I said, but let me just season this up. So let's get started with that. Okay, so I have a little bit of country crock that I'm going to add on here. And this is just so that this doesn't, I do turkeys the same way, guys. Okay, so that's that. Now we're gonna go in, let me wipe my glove off. Now we're gonna go in with a little kosher salt. So this time, actually, I didn't use olive oil. All right, so look at this, guys. Look, doesn't that look nice? So this is gonna give it a real nice browning effect. All right, so now I'm gonna put a top on it. Am I gonna put water at the bottom? Well, we'll see, because chicken oftentimes with the broth from the stuffing, and everything, it may make some, it may render some juice. So what I'm gonna do is put the top on this. We're gonna pop this in the oven at 350. If I need a little water, I'll put a little water in it. If not, then it's all good. But I mean, it's a healthy meal, and you get tired of eating the same thing all the time. So you want something different to fix, and you want something healthy to fix. So, this is what I'm doing today. So I'm gonna take you off the ring, and we're gonna go over and swing over, and let's look and see what the collard greens are doing, okay? Keep watching. Okay, so this is what our collard greens are looking like. They look good, don't they? They really look good, nice and fresh. This is healthy, guys. Sometimes we need to eat something healthy. We eat so much processed food, including myself. I mean, hey, look, I'm not immune to going to McD's, but sometimes we gotta go to healthy roots. So this is what I am doing today, but they look good with their smoked turkey necks. Look at this, guys. I'm gonna clean up. So I've been alternating between the ring and this overhead camera. So I am now going to clean up. I'm gonna put this in a little baking dish. Let's see what's left. So see what's left here? I'm gonna put that in a small baking dish. I'm gonna clean up this mess. So when I come back to you guys, we'll be at the refill. Okay, guys, so you can see I have cleaned everything up. Have my chicken and my leftover stuffing and a little Corningware dish. I can't find the top to that, so I just put aluminum foil over it, and we have this in the oven on 325. And over here we have our greens still cooking. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is put my feet up and chill out until this is done. Okay. So I put a little bit more paprika on it. I basted it. We're gonna put the top back down. We're gonna smack down and put the top down. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. And now we're gonna take this out. Because this was, kind of shallow. We didn't need to keep this in there too long. This was what was left of our, what's left over from our cornbread stuffing. I couldn't fit it all into the capon. I got a small one. So we just set this to the side or the broth on the bottom, I should say. So what I'm going to do is use this to make gravy. Okay, so it's looking pretty good, guys. Looking pretty good. So I think I'm going to stop this video from here, but this is the way you make a stuffed capon, a stuffed chicken, a roaster. This is a roaster. It's like over Sunday dinner at Big Mama's house. Okay, you guys have an amazing day, and until the next one, bye-bye.